Welcome everybody, thank you for coming. My name is Danny Roth. I've had the privilege of providing public relations services to my friends at Liberty Development for over 10 years. And in those 10 years plus, watched this company become the leading developer of condominium and mixed-use projects, certainly in the 905. It's over 10 million square feet of development, over 6,000 condo units, and the people most responsible for the success are in this room. So I want to thank you all for what you've done for our friends at Liberty in the past and what you've done for your clients. I also want to thank you for waiting so patiently. You know the old expression that good things come to those who wait. Clearly we had more brokers come out this morning than we could possibly have anticipated. It's close to 1,000 of your colleagues making this, I would say, probably the most successful condo launch in the 905, the fall of 2019. So thank you, give yourselves a hand for being here and representing your clients so many times. Today we're talking about a new project called Promenade Park Towers. If you are like me, if you were born in the 1970s or even the early 1980s and were around for the launch of this mall in the mid-1980s and lived north of Lawrence, the Promenade Mall was a seminal, an important part of your life, perhaps your dating life, whether you were going for dinner at the Pickle Barrel or you were taking somebody to see a movie in the theaters downstairs. This mall was a very important part of that, very important part of my life. But we're not here to talk about the past, we're here to talk about the future of the Promenade. So to help you understand just what is being offered today and what this exciting opportunity is all about, I'd like to invite my friend Marco Felice to come up and tell you a little bit about Liberty and a little bit about Promenade Park Towers. Marco.
Thank you, Danny, and everyone. Thanks again for your patience. I know it was a long lineup. I apologize, we were not anticipating the overwhelming support from the community. So first of all, applaud to yourself for being patient enough to stay in line. Thank you very much for your patience. I'm going to be very brief. I have a quick slide. I wasn't expecting such of a large crowd. I was hoping to speak a little longer on some of the work we do with the policy and how we get buildings ready and land ready for the next 5, 10, 15 years. So we have homes and offices available for the community. So I'll be very brief. First slide I want to put up is a picture of the Greater Golden Horseshoe. Some of you may be familiar with it. In the inset in the lake is a picture of the City of London. And the reference is to show you that the Greater Golden Horseshoe is basically 3 times the span of London, England. So there's a lot of room to build. London has developed 100 kilometers of subway by 1908, and we're still only at 65 kilometers. So there's a lot of availability for transportation infrastructure. The good news is that the Ford government, the current province, has a mandate to continue infrastructure, and this facility at Promenade Park Towers has a Viva station on it. You're close to Yonge Street, which has a potential future subway line. You're close to the Vaughan Metropolitan Subway line. You're near infrastructure in City of Toronto TTC, and so the access to this facility is tremendous. The other thing you need to know is in terms of York Region, you're in one of the 4 hotspots. There's 4 hotspots. They're called centers and corridors. Promenade Park Towers, as part of our revitalization plan, is strategically located in what's called a key development area or center and corridor in York Region. It is poised to be a place where infrastructure funding will be provided by regional municipal governments to ensure that there are places for homes and places for office and places for shopping. When we bought the property with our partners a couple years ago, it was a nice day after we closed, and in May I sent a drone up to take a picture. This is a photograph. I wanted to take a photo of the mall, and I wanted to show in the background the Thornhill City Centre. Thornhill City Centre was a project that was developed by Liberty starting in 2003, and over a 13-year period we developed over 2,600 apartments, and probably over 10,000 people have called that place home. For those that were in here a few minutes ago when I was giving away some prizes, the selling price at Thornhill City Centre was $242 a square foot, and people like you stood in line all day to have those apartments and those condos and homes. What I do want to do is appreciate the people from Thornhill City Centre, because a lot of the people we've met over the years have moved into subsequent buildings. They bought in Building A, then they bought in Building B, then they bought in Building L. So we do appreciate that people love the community, and that's why we think Promenade Park Towers is a very strong facility to demonstrate to your clients. So without further ado, I'd like to be very brief and say on behalf of Liberty and the SBE team, we'd like to thank all our suppliers, our vendors, planners, consultants, staff, community members, our municipal and government partners who facilitated the opportunity of new homes. And most importantly, we want to demonstrate an appreciation to all of you, the brokers. All of you people here are the brokers that are going to be communicating to your clients and people that want to live in a home in a fantastic location, in a great facility. So we appreciate you to being proper and amazing diplomats for choice of new homes through Promenade Park Towers. Thank you very much.
Marco wanted me to just let you know that during his remarks, a couple of phones were going off. He was not at all insulted by that. We assume it's your clients hoping to get access to this project. We know you're connected to your clients, and we're always happy when they're calling you, especially when you're at one of our events. And to help you explain to your clients the opportunity that's here and how the program is going to work on the sales team, I'm going to turn to my friend Elliot Tobe, who together with his partner Michael Wilson from International Home are selling this project. Elliot?
Yes, Fraser Wilson. All right, how's everybody doing? You guys all okay? Thank you for waiting outside. I know it was a little bit longer than we expected, and this is overwhelming. Not in a bad sense, this is in an amazing sense. I can't believe the crowds that we got today. So I want to welcome you today for the launch of Liberty's and their partners, Cerullo Private Equity's Promenade Park Towers. My name is Elliot Tobe. I'm the president of International Home Marketing, and we're going to be your sales team on the floor. So we'll get into it for you, because I know everybody wants to grab a brochure, and we've got a ton of them, so don't worry about it. So first question that always came up when we started talking about this is, where is the mall going? What's happening to Promenade? Let me tell you, it is staying put. The only part that is leaving is where you're standing right now. This is the old Sears store and the site of Tower A and Tower B. This is the only part that's going away. This is part of a whole resurgence of the mall and this whole area here. Thornhill City Center, Marco started talking about it. Just a few blocks to the north, 11 towers, thousands of residents who bought under the Liberty banner at $240 a foot, at $300 a foot, and it goes on from there. Have loved their apartments, have been treated exceptionally well, and I know a lot of them are going to move south because I think it is time to move City Center just a few blocks south. So what we're offering today, and you'll see the floor plans on the side, and you're going to get the brochure, is Tower A. Okay, it is a 33-story tower. located basically exactly where we are right now, with exceptional views to the park, to the city, to the north, and all the amenities that you would expect. Some people talk about transit, bus stops, subways, streetcars. Let me tell you, when you walk out of here, you have a whole transit hub. This is where Viva and everything comes into place, and it's walkable right from the doors of the mall and right from the doors of the condos, that they can get anywhere, to a subway line, to a bus line, to a GO line. And if you're traveling by car, you're so close to the highways, to 407. All the traffic that we saw on Bathurst this morning, probably slowing some of you down here, is based on new transportation opportunities that are coming through this neighborhood. Promenade Park Tower, why did we call it this? Well, first off, you are adjacent to Pierre Elliott Trudeau Park. I know a whole bunch of you were standing outside, so you probably heard the joke. Maybe it'll be called Sheer Park in a couple weeks, but we'll see what happens there. It went over better in the first one anyways, but it didn't. Plus, not only do you have that amazing protected woodblock just outside your front door, there between the two towers is an incredible amenity, rooftop, park lake setting, dog walk, and places for kids to play. And these suites were designed with families in mind. It is a Liberty tradition not to go for just micro size. You're going to be really happy that you're going to see some incredible, livable suites in this location. We talk about amenities. First amenity, both towers will have access directly into the mall. So where do you have that right at your doorstep? Restaurants, shops, and everything that lies inside of Promenade. Not only will it's your typical slate of amazing Liberty amenities, golf simulators, party rooms, fitness facilities, guest suites. Everything that you would expect and everything that your clients want is going to be here at Promenade Park Towers. For me, this is really a pleasure working with this team and this crew. For international, we go back a dozen years with Liberty. We've done 11 projects with these guys, 11 buildings, built, completed, occupied, and clients loving every aspect of living in a Liberty development. So it is an absolute thrill for international to be back on this job with them. There is a sales program. I know you all want to know about the sales program. So I'm going to bring up our good friend from Liberty, Sean Richardson, to tell you about the broker program. Sean?